Hey Sharp Goat Photo Challengers, welcome to week number 11, the Black and White Photo Challenge. Thank you very much for participating, and thank you very much for pressing play on the video critiques. So, I first apologize that I was away on vacation, was not able to do the video critiques as I had planned while I was away, and get them uploaded in time, so I opted to wait until I was back. So thank you very much for your patience in getting these videos done. I really do appreciate it. So I would not like to waste any more time. Let's just jump right into doing, take a look at the black and white photo submissions sent by Ingrid. Thank you very much, Ingrid, for participating this week. I love seeing your shots coming in. So let's take a look at your black and white shots. This one here, I notice you're still shooting with your 3200. Dig it very much. So this one here, I like it. Okay, what am I looking at here? This is something strange. It could be a strainer, it could be a mic. I don't really know. But regardless, oh, it's very cool. I like the reflection here. I like that you saw the opportunity with the reflection and all the different holes here. It makes for a good black and white image, and the light striking this. It's very cool. I dig it very much. That's a strong one. I'm still wondering what that is, and I'll still be wondering later. Original artwork by KGF. For the black and white photo challenge. Cool. So, here's the thing. Original artwork by KGF. Taking a picture of a picture, or taking a picture of a painting. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm sorry, and this is going to be a little bit of a rant, but, taking pictures of pictures, unless you're adding something to it, I usually don't really see the point. Otherwise, if you're taking a picture to show someone else, look at what this person painted, that's one thing. But to be taking a photo for the purposes of creating a piece of art, so basically, making art out of their art, that's something else. Then you've got to, the painting itself has to be just a part of the image. It needs to be placed in some environment. It needs to be a smaller part of your composition of your photo, or you need to be able to do something with it. You are removing the color from it, so I suppose that's one thing. But I'm not a huge fan on that, so I am just going to keep going. It's a nice painting, but I'm usually very against taking pictures of pictures. Sorry. Orchid Beauty in black and white. Cool. Okay, and this one I think I did see a preview of before. This one is, it's out of focus, it's still soft. So it does lose a few points for that. It is very soft, so usually that kills the image. If it's not in focus, then there's little that you can do. And some people say, well, it's only slightly out of focus. Maybe you can save it by boosting sharpening, or helping to save it in Photoshop or Lightroom. Usually you can't. The signs of an out of focus photo still do linger no matter how much saving you try to do. So this one here, it would have made a really solid black and white, because the Orchid, of course, has a lot of great texture going for it, a lot of detail, but it's out of focus, so I can't award it any points for that. Sorry. But I do like how you've got a good eye for this so far. I think you're just trying to get a stronger grasp on the manual settings, and good on you for sticking with manual. That's the tough part. A lot of people get frustrated with it when they're not getting the images that they want, and then they get fed up and they go right back to auto. Not you. I think that you're going to get it. Orchid Adoration in black and white. Cool. It looks like a bunch of bumblebees, actually. And this one still looks a little soft. I'm not sure why that may be, but I like what you're seeing here as opposed to here. This one's a simple macro close up. Okay, yeah, it's beautiful, but this one here against this particular background here with this wall with a little bit of gradient of light in the back. I like that you're seeing that. I like that you're recognizing that. It is out of focus. That does kill it. But as a black and white, I think that umps it up. I think that does make it stronger. Doing black and white, color flowers are already really colorful. So how do you, when you remove the color of the flowers from an image, that usually really kills it, because that's the greatest part. That's the beautiful part of the flower. It's colorful. Why would you take that away? However, with this, I really do like the black and whiteness of it. So I like what you were seeing there. And Floral in black and white. This one, again, it's out of focus. I'm going to have to, I know I've got a coffee date with you, so I'm going to have to sit down with you and figure out what's going on here. Well, first of all, your shutter speed is incredibly low, which I'm not really sure why. Okay, because you slipped into aperture priority mode, and so the camera decided, in order to get properly exposed, it needed to slow the shutter speed down very much. When you're handheld, that slow of a shutter speed, 0.4 of a second, it's way too slow. You can try to be as sturdy as you want with that camera in your hand, but when you're handheld shooting that slow of a shutter speed, you're going to get a blurry image. So I'm not sure if that was what was the culprit. 1/4. Yep, that's slow. 1/4. Okay, so shutter speed is your problem here. You need to speed that up. That seems to be the only thing that's really killing your images, though. They're out of focus. They're blurry because of the slow shutter speed. If you bump that shutter speed up, look at your ISO's at 100. So I don't know. This is why. This is why aperture priority is not a good thing all the time. I held back. I was going to say aperture priority is stupid. It's not. But this is why aperture priority is not always the best thing for your photos. Because you set your aperture, it's 5.6, and then your camera just picks your shutter and ISO settings to get a proper exposure. For some reason, it decided 0.4 was a good shutter speed and ISO 100, unless for some reason you also had the ISO capped at 100, but I'm not sure how you if that was the case. But instead what it should have said was, well, let's bump the ISO up to 640, 800, something higher to get more light in here, so you don't have to slow your shutter speed down so much and you won't risk getting a blurry photo. Rant over. So that seems to be the only issue. But as a photo, as this would have been, I like what you're seeing here. It would have made a pretty good black and white shot. Candelabra in black and white. Cool. And this one here, again, the slow shutter speed, and again it kills it. So see previous answer. But as it stands for this one here, cool. It's a nice little staging for the black and white. It looks just a little bit off. It looks like this one should actually be centered. So the whole what do you call that? A candelabra? The vase with the flowers. Moving it front and center, I guess, because it looks a little bit off, but not off enough like it was intentional. But yeah, there is that. And brushes in black and white. Okay, this one I like, and this one, the shutter speed is a little bit slower. You're shooting in lower light, I can tell, because here the camera is struggling. It actually did bump the ISO up to 1600, but it was still suffering. It needed to. There still wasn't enough light to expose the image, so the shutter speed remains low. You need more light to be able to get that shutter speed to allow for a faster shutter speed, so that you can keep the image in focus and not blurry from your hand moving around. So this one here, brushes, I like the composition here very much. I like the shot of I like the shot of just the row of the brushes here. That is a nice. You had a good eye on this one, and that makes for a good black and white one too. This brush stands alone right here. Yeah, I like that. And we're back into your usual ones. So if I were to pick a favorite, definitely that brush one, actually. I don't even have to go very far back, because that one that's a very strong one, and it's the most in focus one, but also it's a nicely composed shot. You had a good eye for it. So thank you very much, Ingrid, for participating this week. If you want to try and get more people in on the challenge, visit sharpgoat.com/blog and send that link out to anybody who you think may be interested in a weekly photography challenge. That's where more updates on the challenge and the video critiques and just photo tips in general will be going. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.